VTOL VR as a solo player can get a little dry after a while, and waking up screaming to the sound of yourself humming the RWR alerts is not what I would call a healthy relationship with a VR simulation title. On the surface, it's challenging to know who's a skilled aviator in VTOL VR, so today I've launched a Naval strike court mission to try and work out whether completing a difficult court mission with a group of wannabe casual pilots is actually achievable and within a sociable amount of time, 90 minutes to be exact. So I put the word out on Discord and was inundated with a reply. Spicy Gavino answers the call. At 5:30 PM I kicked off the lobby and awaited recruits to begin the mission time. A wild deli appeared and disappeared quickly in a fleeting encounter I'll never forget, until moments later when Spicy Gavino and his unhinged friend Spartan arrived. I could work with this, I thought. After Spartan declaring he answers the call,
"We will answer the call,"
and dedicating this mission to his nation, we were ready to go.
it's time we made a new nation.
But before I could even launch the mission, a wild Osama bin Laden arrived. Little did we know that his silence in the lobby would speak volumes on the battlefield. 90 minutes on the clock, time starts now. Today we're going in VTOL dry, and that means I've forgotten the entire launch procedure. But that didn't deter me from winging it. A short pop quiz on naming every plane to prove to my teammates that I was worthy was all I needed to give them confidence in me.
Spain.
However, that confidence was immediately shattered when I failed to launch my F-26, completed a U-turn on deck to the dismay of the naval professionals on board, then my embarrassment was cemented in time when I gave in to the big yellow handle. Ejection number 1. Things were looking up on my second launch until I got onto the launch bar. Then they were really looking up, as I didn't realize ATC wouldn't let me launch without engine number 2, so I did the only thing a pilot in that scenario could do. Eject a second time.
What?
Failing to learn from my mistake, I launched again, remembering to put my right engine on at the last minute. A near failure, but I'll take it. My confidence was high at this point, but immediately shattered thanks to an immediate radar lock, an evasive maneuver, and self-affirmation later. I considered the fact that I defeated the missile.
What defeated the missile?
I had not. And this led to ejection number 3. Undeterred, I took a small break. By this point, my teammates had taken on many air assailants, so I complimented their flaps as a rapport-building exercise.
That was some good-looking flaps there, Jelly.
15 minutes in, I declared to the lobby I was finally seeing some action. A quick pep talk from Gavina was enough to kick my afterburners into action,
You believe in me? I believe in.
and I was ready for my first official battle. And guess what happened? I flew in cocky thinking I'd learned from previous engagements, and was immediately punished. The first objective had been resolved by my teammates at this point, so a celebration was in order. And what better way to celebrate than to sing DMCA block music? An incredible flyby from Spicy Gavina was enough to alert the enemy to our position, so we were forced to fly low to preserve our stealthy approach. But it was too late. The RWR was going bananas, but my pilot skills had boosted to astronomical highs, in my own mind anyway, so I tried to defeat the missile, and succeeded. Partially. Thing is though, I realized too late that I was being hunted by not one, but 2 planes, so my instantaneous demise followed shortly. Well, not quite instant. I ejected towards the sea.
I let the team down.
I got straight back into action and assumed call sign Beta 11.
This is Beta 11. I hear you loud and
And
clear.
informed the lobby it had a secret weapon at my sleeve. A gun.
I have a gun.
This couldn't have gone better. My next exchange with the enemy saw me with multiple engine failures, but that didn't stop me, and I shot down an enemy pilot on my descent, followed by a heroic sacrifice once more.
You haven't fully killed me yet? No, they...
Returning to deck, I noticed the aerial show had begun, kicked off by Spicy doing his best Dolphin impression. A quick flyby to show the boys who's boss had me questioning whether I could do better.
Can I get closer? I don't really want to launch this thing again.
Turns out, I couldn't. After Spicy desynced and exploded, I did a U-turn to demonstrate the elite turning circle of the F-26 to Carrier 69's crew. However, it wasn't until a Danish man flew inside my cockpit and flipped me off as he looped over me that the real struggle began. We were still fighting objective number 2 at this point, but after a short-lived air battle and a set of gun runs later, we were ready to recon the island's secret base. Turns out the island is called Caldera, and this game is Warzone canon. As I carved the mountain and discovered the target, my first battlefield moment had finally arrived. It was up to me. I had survived, but barely. So my obvious decision was to go again, and do the necessary for my nation. For Spartan's nation. Back in the air and loaded it with bombs, I realized I didn't actually know how to use them. A short tutorial and we were ready for launch. The bombs hit, and objective number 2 was done, but my craft had been hit as I had my RWR muted. So eject number 69, here we go. This was followed by swathes of morale over the comms from my Danish ally.
Can I have a
And the discovery that Instagram exists in their country.
just Danish things? I love that. I love that Instagram.
We quickly targeted objective number 3 and lined up as a quartet to shoot down the carriers. It was ineffective, but a battlefield moment that left me gasping to get back into action. 77 minutes into the mission, I still hadn't mastered the controls. I launched with one engine and survived to the glee and surprise of my bonded wingman.
No, it's not.
With very little time left, I unleashed everything I could to destroy the carriers, and it was almost effective. But one thing that never fails to succeed: sacrificing yourself for the greater good. Shortly afterwards, we had located the final objective, a VIP with a manpad holed up in the city. Burners on, I raced to the city and deployed all the bombs I had left. We had succeeded, but at what cost? We had set 90 minutes, an agreeable adult amount of time for a gaming session. The question remained, did we do it, or were we too late? Turns out we were, by 6 minutes. Still sociable, so we let the music roll and returned to base.
Strobes are on. Well, I'm gonna just buzz this tower. Oh yes, look at this sickness that is this flying.
Like VR gaming? Well, take a look at these videos and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more.